All right, guys, this week's notes are not very long. We're just going to do one page. This week we're just going to do ordering angles and ordering sides. Okay, so this page is in your notes. Okay, the first one is ordering angles. And it says that the angles of a triangle can be put in order by comparing the sides. So the smallest angle is always opposite the shortest side. And the largest angle is always opposite the largest side or longest side. Okay, so when ordering angles, it says order the angles from least to greatest. Now make sure that you pay attention what it says to order it from. In this case, it's least to greatest, but sometimes it will say greatest to least. Sorry, I'll just let my camera catch up. There we go. Okay, sometimes it will say least to greatest, and sometimes it will say greatest to least. So you got to be careful here. So let's look at this triangle on the left. We have triangle ABC. So we know that the smallest angle is going to be opposite the shortest side. Okay, so the smallest angle is opposite the shortest side. So if we look at our side lengths here, we have 7, 10, and 13. So the smallest side is 7, and the angle opposite of that side is angle A. So that will be the least, okay, that's the smallest. Angle A is the smallest. Okay, and then I look at the next largest, or the one in the middle, and the one in the middle is 10. And 10 is across from angle C. And then the longest side is 13. And 13 is across from angle B. So the angles, it would be angle A, angle C, and angle B. And that's ordered from least to greatest. Okay? All right, and the same goes for the sides. The sides of a triangle can be put in order by comparing the angles. So we're just going to work in reverse here. The shortest side is always opposite the smallest angle. And the longest side is always opposite the largest angle. Okay, so the shortest side is always opposite the smallest angle, and the longest side is always opposite the largest angle. Okay, so let's order the sides from least to greatest. Notice we only have 2 angles here, so we're going to have to find the third. And remember to find the measure of a missing angle. As long as you have 2, you can subtract them from 180 to get the missing side. So to find the measure of angle F, we're going to do 180, and we're going to minus the sum of 42 plus 103. Okay, 42 plus 103 is going to be 143. So 180 minus 143 is going to be 37. oops, sorry, not 143. 103 and 102 is going to be 145. Okay, 42 and 103 is going to be 145. So our missing angle is then going to be 35. Sorry about that. All right, so angle F is 35. So ordering the sides from least to greatest, again, it says least to greatest, so we want to find the smallest side first. Okay, so to find the smallest side, I look for the smallest angle. In this case, the smallest angle is angle F. So I know that this will be opposite the smallest side. So side ED is our smallest side. Okay, the one in the middle will be the angle, the next largest angle, and that's going to be 42. So angle E is the next largest angle, and 42 is opposite of side DF. Let my camera catch up here. And then the longest side is opposite the longest angle, or the largest angle. Sorry, my baby's crying in the background. All right, so angle 103 is the largest angle. So the side opposite 103 is EF. And that is how you order the angles and the sides. Okay, so next we'll go over some examples. Okay, step 1 says to order the angles from least to greatest. Okay, order the angles from least to greatest. Again, we want to look for the smallest side, and the angle opposite the smallest side will be the smallest angle. Okay, so for number 1 here, the smallest side is MP. So the smallest angle will be opposite that. So the smallest angle is angle M. That's the smallest. Okay, the one in the middle is going to be side NM. And the angle opposite of NM is angle P. And then the largest side is side PM. And the angle opposite that side is angle N. So the angles from least to greatest are M, P, then N. Okay, for number 2. For number 2, the smallest side is 30, which means that side opposite of 30, or the angle opposite of 30, is T. So angle T is the smallest. 35 would be next, and the angle opposite of side 35 is angle R. And 38 is the largest side, and the angle opposite of the angle opposite of side 38 is angle S. All right, for set 2, notice we're doing the exact same thing, except now it says order the angles from greatest to least. So you have to be careful there. This is no longer least to greatest. Now we're looking for the largest one. first. So greatest to least. So I'm looking for the largest side. In this case, the largest side is 11, and the angle opposite of 11 is angle C. So that one goes first because that's the largest angle. Next, in the middle is 9, and the angle opposite of 9 is angle B. My camera is taking a really long time to catch up here. And then the smallest side is 8. And the angle opposite of 8 is angle D. So those are the angles listed from greatest to least, okay, instead of least to greatest. All right, I think you guys get the idea, so I'm going to move down to set number 5. Okay, set number 5, now we're going to list the sides. In this case, it's going to be from least to greatest. Okay, so from least to greatest, we're going to have to find the measure of our missing angle first. So for number 5, to find the measure of angle K, we're going to take 180 and subtract the sum of the other two angles, which is 31 plus 57. That's going to be 180 minus 31 plus 57. It's going to be 88. 180 minus 88 is 92. And we want to list the sides from least to greatest, so I'm looking for the smallest angle. The smallest angle is angle J, which is 31 degrees. So I know that the side opposite of angle J will be my smallest side. So my smallest side is KL. Okay, and then I look for my next smallest angle, or my angle in the middle, which is 57. And that's angle L. So I know that the side opposite of angle L is my next longest side, so JK. And then lastly, my largest side is going to be opposite my largest angle. I know angle K is my largest angle here. That means that the longest side is going to be opposite of that, which is JL. Okay, and I have about 2 minutes left in the video, so I'm going to skip down to number 8. Okay, number 8, this says greatest to least, so we got to be careful here because now we're looking for greatest to least. This box here says that this is 90 degrees. So if I want to find my missing angle E, I'm going to take 180 and subtract the sum of 44 plus 90. So angle E will be 180 minus 134, which is going to be 46. Okay. So I am listing my sides from greatest to least. So here I want to look for my largest angle first, which is 90 degrees. And the side opposite 90 degrees is BE. So BE is my largest side, so I'll list that one first. My next largest angle is 46. So my next largest side is BD, because that is the side opposite of 46. And then my smallest side is opposite my smallest angle, which is DE. Okay, and that is the sides from greatest to least, my largest side to my smallest side. So when you're doing your homework and the assessment, just make sure that you're paying attention is at least to greatest, greatest to least, and refer back to these notes if you have any questions. I hope you guys have a great week, and I hope to see you all in the live meeting.